Greetings, 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 my brothers and my sisters. This is Elder West coming back to you again, and I have a little word. I have a word that I want to give you balance in. I want to encourage you and lift you up in. And the title of my message, and the reason why I'm talking about this, is because of this is the place where many of you are, and that is a second wind. The name of my message is having a second wind. And having a second wind, if you can look at it, is like even in conditioning when you're maybe working out, or maybe when you're running, and maybe running in track or football or something like that. And then at a certain point in time, you can have a pain in your side, and you become real extremely tired, and you feel like you can go no further. But then suddenly something happens, a second wind kicks in. Then you're able to pick up that speed again, or you're able to keep going again, even with the boxer. With the boxer, you could be boxing, you become tired, and you're trying to find a way to, as a boxer in this fight, you're trying to find a way to find rest, but you can't find rest. But then suddenly, some kind of way, you get a second wind, then you're able to finish the fight. And see, that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about some of you. You're in that place right now. It's like you're in a boxing ring. It's like you're on a track field, and you're running the race, you're running a race called life. You're running the good fight. You're fighting the good fight of faith in God. You're fighting the faith. You're fighting the race. You're in that journey, and you're trying your best. You're trying your best, and you're moving. You're running. You're going fast. But it seems like troubles and things of this life, discouragements, it hits you. It's done hit you. It's done hit you to the point where you're tired, and you feel like you're going to stop. You feel like you're going to give up. You're going to quit the race. You don't want to, but the pain. And see, some of you, your pain is your discouragement, troubles, being backstabbed, being disappointed because there's certain things that you're waiting on. You believe in God, for God, that's going to happen. But you keep looking, you keep reading God, and you keep believing God's word, but you keep looking at your circumstance. You keep looking at the deadline. And see, because the deadline is a fact that if at that deadline, if certain things don't happen, then certain negative things are going to happen that's bad, such as maybe your car note, or maybe your house note, or something like that, or a certain bill that you must pay. If you don't pay this particular bill, they might come and garnish your wage and take your money. I'm talking to you. Whatever kind of situation you're in, relationship, marital problem, bumping heads, it seems like it's irreversible, irreplaceable. It seems like divorce court is on us. You're on your way. You're on your way. It seems like you got a sickness, and it seems like this sickness is not getting better. And it seems like your mind is telling you that this sickness is unto death. You're going to die. I want to talk to you. You need a second wind. And that's when that breath kicks in. That's when that air kicks in. And see, the second wind I'm talking about the breath of God. That's life. That's restoration. Because we're living in a season of restoration. The Bible says that God's going to restore back the years that the locusts and the cankerworms have eaten up. I'm going to restore it back to you. I'm going to restore it back. Also, the Bible says if the thief be caught, he must repay 7 times. Because there's many things that have been stolen from you. The thief has stolen many things from you. Stole your joy. Some of you stole your love. Some of you stole your peace of mind, stole your money, stole your innocency, stole your peace, stole your love. Whatever it is, somebody, the thief, the enemy, the adversary has sent somebody in your life and stole it. And so now, but we're in a season, you're in a transitional place where you need a second wind. You need a second wind. Check this out. David, in the Bible, it was the 27th division of Psalm. David was in a situation where he needed a second wind. He needed God to intervene because he was in a place where his enemies has encamped him. He was in a place where he felt desperate. He was in a place where he was discouraged. He was in a place where it felt bad. It seems like trouble was going to overtake him. His enemies, the things that was around him, was going to overtake him and destroy him. And he got to a place where he said, I had fainted. I had fainted. I had almost give up. I had almost thrown in the towel. That's many of you. Unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of living. And see, many of you at that place where you want to give up. You want to faint. You want to throw in the towel. At that place, David said, but at that place where I want to give up, unless I see the goodness of the Lord. He saw God's goodness. And in the seeing his goodness, he saw, the Bible said, to wait on the Lord. And he will strengthen your heart. He decided to wait. He decided to believe God. And in him waiting and believing God, God renewed his strength. God calls him to arise and live. That was the second wind. Trusting in God. And that's what I'm telling you. Your wind is in God. Trust God. Keep believing in God at the place where you are, and God's going to give you your second wind. In other words, God's going to call you to arise. He's going to call you to stand up. He's going to call you to breathe again. Hear me, and hear me well. Second wind.